on, guys? So today I have an interesting video for you guys. If you are following the car world, you've probably already seen this. It's gone viral all over Instagram, Twitter, a bunch of different social media sites, and I thought I'd make a reaction to it. But basically, this idiot in New York City, Times Square specifically, decided that he would do a burnout. Just, I don't know why, maybe to try and impress his friends or impress the people around him. I mean, he has a nice car. It's a nice C63 AMG, but he does a burnout, and then the cop tries to stop him, and he proceeds to essentially run over the cop and then escape. So I'm going to play the video for you guys now as to what exactly happened, and then we'll go step by step through it and kind of analyze the stupid decision that this guy made.
Just saw that live, son! Y'all just saw that live! Oh, they got guns drawn.
So as you can see, he does the burnout, if you want to call it that. It's more of just like a one-wheel peel, I think is what it's called, because the smoke is only coming out one tire. So he does that, he comes up to the stoplight or crosswalk, whatever reason he has to stop, and a cop comes up to him and says, hey, stop, you can't do that. So then at that point you think, alright, well he's just going to take the ticket, he's going to take the verbal backlash from this cop that he rightfully deserves for doing a burnout in Times Square, because I mean, that's one of the worst places that you could do a burnout. I mean, sure, you can do a burnout on an empty street. I mean, you could do a burnout in a quiet neighborhood at 2 a.m. You could do a burnout at a car show, but doing it in such a heavily and densely populated area like Times Square, where there's thousands of people just walking around, I mean, if he wasn't careful, he could have easily hit some pedestrian too. If you've ever been to Times Square, you'd know just how many people are there and how busy it constantly is and how little room there is for error, I guess you could say, on drivers' parts. And I don't know, I just see this as such a stupid decision. And the burnout itself isn't even the stupid part about this. Yeah, that's pretty cool, he did a burnout in Times Square, but after he decides, I don't want this ticket, which I don't know why he would think that, he decides to try to get around the cop. The cop kind of like tries to push his car back to stop him or get him to stop. Then he goes to the side. He ends up basically running the cop over the hood of his car and then skirting off. This guy has not been caught yet, which is really surprising to me. But as you can see from the video, the cops basically got up and there's another guy with them. They both had guns drawn and they were chasing after him. And a lot of people are crediting the videographer here for having such a steady hand, which is pretty impressive. I mean, he filmed it pretty well, but I think that he was on a skateboard or a bike or something in order to keep up with these cops. So I'm honestly impressed with how this guy got away, because if you've ever been to New York City, I was just there this past summer, it is incredibly dense and there is so much traffic. So according to some witnesses, what this guy did is he went on the double yellow lines and just kind of squeezed between the two ways of traffic, and in the process he damaged some other cars as well as his, which was just, again, even more stupid. Now, I feel like once he kind of committed to, I'm not going to get this ticket, it was kind of all or nothing at that point, because he already basically ran over a cop, so he's already getting arrested. So if he doesn't get away, I mean, hell, even that he did get away, this video has been seen by millions and millions of people, that I don't think there's no way that he doesn't end up getting caught. And he is looking at some serious, not only charges, but most likely jail time, some really big fines for doing this. I mean, there's just so many things that are bad that could come out of this for this guy. And all for what? Just because he didn't want to pay a simple I don't know, whatever kind of ticket that would be, probably no more than $500. Just not smart. I don't see a point to it. Thankfully, that cop was not seriously hurt, and I mean, he just kind of bounced back up. I'm sure his elbows and arms were hurting a bit from landing on him pretty hard there. But he bounced back up, chased right after the guy, so kudos to him for that. Another interesting point I want to bring up is that the guy who filmed this on his Instagram or wherever he posted it, if you notice at the beginning of the video, there was also a red GTR and a couple other cars behind that Mercedes that did the burnout. And on that guy's Instagram, he has other pictures of that red GTR. So a lot of people are starting to speculate that the guy who filmed this knows who was in that Mercedes and can potentially help the cops out to find who did this and, you know, prosecute him and give him what he deserves. So I think that the guy filming kind of screwed himself over here because it wasn't very smart. I mean, I get, yeah, he did a burnout in Times Square. I'll upload that to Instagram. That's pretty cool. But just the whole situation, I don't really think it was right to do what he did in uploading that video. So now, of course, this guy's acting like he has no idea who's in the Mercedes. And who knows, maybe he actually does have no idea. But I get the hunch feeling that he does. And if he does, he should just, you know, tell the police and tell authorities, because lying to the cops is not a good idea. And I get that he doesn't want to be a snitch, but he can easily get himself into some trouble as well. So I don't know. This whole situation is just a big clusterfuck, essentially. I mean, I don't know. It's just a bunch of stupidity, and it's given us all a good laugh and just a big face palm. Thankfully, that cop is okay. That's why I feel that we can laugh about it now, because, you know, no one was hurt, which is good. But I don't know. It's just stupid. I mean, there's no other way of putting it. But that's basically my reaction to this whole stupid situation. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next video.